is the state responding to the recent presidential orders and potential federal funding cuts?
Channel 3's Calvin Cutler is exploring what appears to be diverging tactics between the governor and Democratic leaders. Calvin, what are you hearing?
Good evening, Darren and Kat. President Trump campaigned on promises to radically scale back the size, scope, and presence of state government in Americans' lives. Now that his agenda is in motion, Vermont leaders are navigating how to respond to potential cuts in federal funding. Grassroots protesters marching on the State House lawn, decrying what they see as an erosion of democratic values, and President Donald Trump tearing down constitutional checks and balances. Inside, Governor Phil Scott reflecting on the current political moment.
I feel the president is fueled by what we're seeing outside. He uses that to his advantage.
Scott, a Republican who is an outspoken critic of President Trump in his first term, says his administration will deal with cuts and executive orders as they come.
And we can't be outraged at every single thing that happens.
Scott did form a task force this week to prepare for impacts of potential tariffs on Canadian goods. But some see the need for more urgency.
I worry about that uncertainty and its broad impact on the economy. In terms of state government, that uncertainty has a similar impact.
State Treasurer Mike Piechek formed his own task force to prepare for potential funding cuts, deportations, and tariffs.
How can we get ahead of it? What kind of policies can we implement? And then also just what kind of information can we share with the business community, the general public?
At a recent rally, state lawmakers also raised the alarm, saying the state should look into funding nonprofits or other services if they're on the federal chopping block.
We are enumerating those harms and starting to look at where in the budget we will need to reinforce our own self-sufficiency to be addressing those, and that's going to take all of us regardless of party.
But Governor Scott cautions that any broad changes to federal spending needs the go-ahead from Congress, who might balk at Trump's cuts.
There are other senators and representatives from rural states that might have a different opinion as to what effect whatever they're going to do is going to have on their states.
Now, about a third of our state budget, or about $3 billion, comes from the federal government. But still, right now, it's unclear, and there's a lot of unknowns about what upcoming executive orders may mean for Vermonters. For now, reporting live in our Montpelier bureau, Calvin Cutler, Channel 3 News.